Welcome to the Red Brand, where tonight we take things to the extreme here in Baltimore, Maryland for Extreme Rules. And we are kicking off this exclusive Raw Brand pay-per-view with United States Championship action as the Bulgarian Brute Rusev makes his way to the ring, and conspicuous by her absence, the ravishing Russian Lana not accompanying Rusev to the ring. And the reason for this is I caught up with Rusev earlier today, and Rusev making it clear that he did not want his wife to witness the carnage and the destruction and the pain that he is going to inflict on the United States Champion Dean Ambrose here at Extreme Rules in this last man standing match. Rusev highly confident that he will be the last man standing and that he will regain the United States Championship that he lost 1 month ago at Payback. Some strong words from Rusev earlier today when I caught up with him, and Rusev does indeed look focused at the task at hand at recapturing the United States Championship, but that is no easy task, particularly when you take on someone like the United States Champion, who quite frankly is a lunatic. And here comes that lunatic, the lunatic fringe, Dean Ambrose, and the unpredictability factor certainly on the champion's side, because what will Dean Ambrose do to ensure that Rusev stays down for the 10? It's safe to say that Dean Ambrose and Rusev do not get on. This rivalry has been ongoing since Dean Ambrose was drafted to Monday Night Raw. Our first matchup here tonight, and it's all about the United States Championship.
Introducing the challenger from Bulgaria, weighing in at 304 pounds, Rusev. Introducing the champion from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the United States Champion, Dean Ambrose.
A great reception for Dean Ambrose here in Baltimore as he hands over the United States Championship to our official, and Rusev takes a good look. He's tasted that gold once before. And both men look ready. Here we go. Referee signals for the bell, and Rusev immediately with a boot to the midsection to kick off this last man standing match. But the champion retaliates with a chop. Rusev fires back with a punch and a knee to the face. And then a chop sends Ambrose into the corner. And now the Bulgarian Brute, well, he was trying to establish himself, but Dean Ambrose with lefts, rights, chops, everything, you name it, Ambrose is throwing it. And that is the unpredictability that I'm talking about with Dean Ambrose, but Rusev belly-to-belly suplex using his power. By God, then roaring at this crowd here in Baltimore as Rusev sends the champion off the ropes and a back body drop. And Ambrose is down and a stiff kick to the back of the United States champion. And Ambrose fights his way up, back up to an aerial base, knee to the face, this time to Rusev. And now Rusev sent to the corner. Ambrose follows it up and a bulldog. And now it's Dean Ambrose and it's his turn to roar at the crowd. But only difference is the reaction was far more positive from the fans. Oh, look at Ambrose using the point of the elbow to graze the face of the challenger. And I'm surprised that Rusev would not allow Lana out here. We know that Lana can be instrumental in aiding Rusev, but she's not here tonight. Rusev is going it alone as he takes up Ambrose and slams Dean Ambrose down into the mat. And so far, both men quite content to just beat the hell out of each other and not look from a count from our official, from our referee in this last man standing match. As Dean Ambrose gets sent into the corner, Rusev comes firing in with a clothesline and the champion hits the mat. As Rusev again showing that strength. He will control the match if he's allowed to, and he's doing it right now. The former champion. Rusev has been disgusted with Dean Ambrose. He feels that Dean Ambrose is not what the WWE needs as a champion. Many would disagree, as Ambrose certainly has the fight with a spine buster to the Bulgarian Brute. Rusev down, Ambrose picks him straight up and keeps the offense going. And here comes the lunatic, looking for a risky maneuver. You see it in the eyes, the unpredictability of Dean Ambrose as he suicide dives through the middle rope, putting his own body on the line to take out Rusev. And for a moment, I thought he was gonna allow the referee to count, but not yet. And Rusev, belly to belly suplex on the concrete floor. And what's Rusev looking for here? This does not vote well for the champion. Rusev with the steel steps in hand. Oh God! Rusev bringing those steps into the ring now. It's all legal here tonight at Extreme Rules. Don't forget, you can use the hashtag #LastManStanding if you want to tweet about this match on social media. As Rusev brings Dean Ambrose back into the ring. Ambrose, so far, even though with the punishment that has been put on him, is still getting up. And Rusev, stiff jabs to the gut, to the rib section. And now putting the boots to the champion as well. God, look at that, a stomp to the heart. As Rusev picks up the steel steps. And Ambrose is struggling, but the referee not counting yet, allowing it to go on. No, God. He might not let it go on much longer, and he may start to count. But Ambrose is back up. No, there it is. Right on the jaw. And the referee up to the count of 4. 5. This could do it. We're up to 7. 8. And Dean Ambrose somehow finds his way to his feet. I don't know how he did that. After that steel steps to the back of the head. And then Rusev catching him flush with that boot. But Ambrose managed to get up. A fighting champion indeed is Dean Ambrose. And it's going to take a hell of a lot for Rusev to keep him down. As Rusev takes up the United States champion to the top rope. Reversal from Ambrose. Ambrose with a double axe handle all the way from the top. And Ambrose trying to use the fans here in Baltimore to get going. And Ambrose is going. Ambrose using the momentum of the turnbuckle. Clothesline. Running bulldog. Great combination of moves from the United States champion. And now Ambrose again with that look in his eye. Heads to the top rope. Says get up. Get up Rusev. And Rusev is up a long way across the ring. Oh my goodness. The elbow connected. And is Dean Ambrose looking for dirty deeds. Rusev crawls away to the ropes, but there is no escape. Dirty deeds. And the referee now counts Rusev. 3, 4, 5. Rusev is in trouble. The count of 8. And this time Rusev gets up. But Dean Ambrose takes him back down, drops him on the back of his neck. A great contest to start here at Extreme Rules. And it's safe to say that whoever walks out United States champion, well, they may never be the same after this one. As Dean Ambrose wrenches the neck of Rusev and also giving him time to catch a breather, catch his breath, because this match has been at a frantic pace. Oh, went for the punch. Reversal from Rusev. Rusev with a big, stunning punch, but Ambrose fights back with one of his own. These two now just slugging it out in the middle of the ring. Neither man wants to fall down. Ambrose fights back. Oh, and he's getting the better of Rusev. No, Rusev. What a fight. And Rusev has had enough of that. And a fall-away slam. Once again, the power becoming the saviour for Rusev. They stood there, went toe-to-toe. And then Rusev with that fall-away slam and now dumps Dean Ambrose all the way on the outside. And we know last time they were out here, Rusev brought the steel steps into play. It's a dangerous area. And oh my God, an Alabama slam. Shades of Bob Holly. He'd be proud of that one. On the concrete floor. And no, Rusev looking for the accolade on the outside. Nowhere to go for Dean Ambrose. And you can't win it this way, but you can certainly wear the man down or even incapacitate him for the 10 count. Oh, but Dean Ambrose escapes. Dean Ambrose escapes the accolade. And Ambrose, what's he looking for here? Oh, face first into the concrete goes Rusev. just when Rusev thinks he's got it under control, Dean Ambrose escapes, and now Ambrose kicks him in the head. Both of these men, you can see that this match is taking its toll as Rusev again has to use the aid of the ropes to pull himself back up to his feet. But Rusev with a reversal to Dean Ambrose, a chop, then a double chop. And he ties up, went for the knee. Ambrose reversed it and a vicious clothesline from the champion. Dean Ambrose, oh what power! A power bomb from Ambrose, and you see Dean Ambrose hold his midsection there. That would have took a lot out of the United States champion to get Rusev up. But now Rusev is the one that's sent to the outside, and they are coming my way, so I am going to ease back here. These two desperately close to my announce table. The crowd on their feet, and actually Dean Ambrose is bringing the fight to the fans. This last man standing contest has headed into the WWE Universe. Rusev trying to force Ambrose back towards the ring, but Dean Ambrose is having none of it. These two will fight all the way around this arena as Ambrose drags Rusev over to the barricade in the crowd and smashes him face first into the steel. Goodness me, whatever Dean Ambrose can find, he's gonna use it. As Ambrose picks up a trash can, is he gonna take out the trash? I'm not implying that Rusev is trash. I just want to make that clear just in case Lana is listening. I do not want to feel the wrath of Rusev, but he literally is doing that. Dean Ambrose, let's face facts, just took out the trash. And now Ambrose looking to beat Rusev all the way back to the ring, but the challenger has shook off Dean Ambrose's European uppercut and one that absolutely rocked the champion. But Dean Ambrose will not stop fighting. A knee to the gut. And again, it's Rusev who's on the back foot as Ambrose propels him over the barricade, and they're coming back to the ring. An unbelievable contest here at Extreme Rules to kick off this Raw brand exclusive pay-per-view. And Ambrose with a knee, Rusev with a punch right in front of my eyes, and oh, Rusev's going for my table, but Dean Ambrose cut him off. Rusev went for the table, Ambrose put a stop to it, thank goodness for that. But hold on, Rusev's not done, and wait a sec, the monitors have not been removed. Rusev, no, a pile driver on the monitor through the table. Good God. It might be awesome, but Dean Ambrose is not moving. The referee up to 8, 9, 10. This one is over. We have a new United States champion. A pile driver on the monitor through my announce table.
Here's your winner and the new United States champion, Rusev.
Well, credit where credit is due. Rusev did exactly what he said. he is the new United States Champion. Wait a minute. Dolph Ziggler's here? SmackDown Live's Dolph Ziggler is here at Extreme Rules? Well, what exactly does this mean? Dolph Ziggler here at Extreme Rules, but a man who is not happy with being here on the Raw brand, Cesaro, tonight could become the #1 contender for the Universal Championship. But he must defeat the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring. From Lucerne, Switzerland, weighing in at 232 pounds, Cesaro!
Well, when this match was announced by Shawn Michaels, the general manager of Monday Night Raw, I personally felt this one could steal the show. No matter how aggrieved Cesaro feels about his position here on the red brand, there is no question of a doubt that Cesaro is one hell of a competitor. And Cesaro is gonna have to be at his very best here tonight at Extreme Rules. You can feel that this crowd at any moment is about to explode.
And his opponent, from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 230 pounds, Shinsuke Nakamura.
And just listen to this crowd here in Baltimore. The roof is about to come off for the hottest prospect in WWE, the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. This is an unbelievable reception that he is receiving from the fans. Nakamura, Cesaro, it's next here at Extreme Rules. And again, the crowd erupts. And you see Cesaro pacing like a caged animal on the outside of the ring. Cesaro has a lot riding on tonight. He wants to prove himself to General Manager Shawn Michaels, and in doing so, he wants that shot at the Universal Championship. But that man right there stands in his way. Cesaro ready to go. Nakamura ready to go. And the referee signals for the bell to get this match underway. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this one could steal the show as Cesaro applies the arm lock to Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh, and look at that. A nip up from Nakamura. Oh, this is beautiful stuff, and a great reversal from Shinsuke Nakamura, and an elbow to the back of the neck of Cesaro. What a great escape that was as Cesaro pushes back Nakamura, sends him off, ducks underneath, leapfrog over the top. Oh, and a stiff clothesline from Cesaro, and Cesaro says, I can give it. He certainly can. When we talk about being the king, well, Cesaro is the king of swing, but I think he wants a new crown, and I think he wants the crown of being the king of strong style, as Nakamura ducks underneath and reverses the arm lock, and it drives a jab to the back of the neck, and again, as he applies more pressure to the arm of Cesaro, and Cesaro couldn't get out of it, but Nakamura releases the hold, and now it's Nakamura's turn to say, come on then, let's go again. And Nakamura straight back on Cesaro, and again goes back to work on the arm. And you can see that Nakamura wrenching back that arm, putting as much pressure that he can on Cesaro in the early stages, and Cesaro with a jab into the gut breaks the hold, and quickly Cesaro on the offense as he drags Nakamura down and drives the knee into the chest. We saw just how hard hitting Sheamus and Nakamura was. It surely can't get any more hard hitting than that, can it? Cesaro with the reversal, and that's Cesaro with the fist, a kick, a boot from Nakamura with those well-trained feet. Oh, he punted him in the face, and a pin. He could be out. One. Oh, just one. Just the one count. I don't know how he got out of that, and you saw that Cesaro was trying to get to his feet, but immediately Nakamura put the brakes on and stopped Cesaro from getting up to enable him to continue kicking. And goodness me. Oh, again, the knee driven down, holds it, pin. Oh, well, that would have added an insult there if Nakamura had put Cesaro away in that manner. But to be honest with you, I would have been down for the 3. As Nakamura applies more kicks to the midsection, and just like Sheamus felt, it's only a matter of time before all those kicks mount up and take their toll. But Cesaro is handling them so far, scoops him up, slams him down, grabs the leg, pin, 1. And a kick out at 1 from Shinsuke Nakamura. A snap suplex from Cesaro. Oh, and a double foot stomp. Oh, and Cesaro went for a bit of payback with a kick of his own. But Nakamura grabbed the leg, snapped the leg. And then again, Nakamura back in control, stiff knee to the face. Goodness me, and up and down goes Cesaro, dropped on the back of his head. And Shinsuke Nakamura is enjoying this at the moment. He's enjoying the contest. Not the feeling that Cesaro would want at this stage of the match. And Cesaro snaps over Shinsuke Nakamura and drives a knee into the face. And Nakamura felt that one all right. Nakamura. Oh, I thought he was going to send him off the ropes, but snapped and pulled him back with the shoulder block, and now forcing Nakamura into the corner. And you see the redness on Nakamura's face. The damage is getting through, but Nakamura, oh my God, what a kick. 1, 2, and oh, Cesaro kicks out at 2. Much to the fans' delight, they're enjoying this matchup here between these two hard hitters. And Cesaro sent to the outside. Nakamura slides through the ropes. You see the confidence oozing out of Nakamura, but he may have underestimated Cesaro there. And Cesaro, oh, snap suplex on the concrete floor. Referee taking his time with the count, letting this one go a little. It is Extreme Rules, so fair play to the referee. Oh, big European uppercut. And then Nakamura, oh, he escaped. DDT. One, 2. Oh, and Cesaro kicks out at 2, and Nakamura questions the count from the referee. But it was definitely a 2 and only 2. And Nakamura continues the onslaught. But Cesaro, his chest now a crimson red, managing to get the double underhook. Oh, wow. Nakamura powered out, broke the double underhook of Cesaro. It's not often that you hear that. Someone breaking out the hold, and that's the knee. That's the knee that done the damage to Sheamus. And that knee to the gut could break a rib. Cesaro looks like he felt it. He looks like he's in pain. The crowd on their feet, they are enjoying this matchup, this contest between these two who are toughing it out. And Nakamura has really established himself once again and again. The knee to the midsection. Nakamura with a smile to the fans and forces the boot into the side of the throat and another boot into the gut. And I'm beginning to feel that now Cesaro has really been unable to withstand this constant onslaught from Nakamura as Nakamura looks for his finishing maneuver. The Kino! Hold on! He went for the Kinshasa. Cesaro escaped, takes him up, very European uppercut. He could have him. 1, 2. Oh, he kicked out at 2. Nakamura went for the Kinshasa. Cesaro escaped, and now the King, he's ready to swing. 6, 7, 8 swings, and Nakamura is now in no man's land. Sharpshooter from Cesaro. Will he make the King of Strong Style tap out? Nakamura holding on. Can he find a way out? Oh, look at this. Look at this. Nakamura escapes. Unbelievable stuff. Oh, there's the knee. And a big kick to the back of the neck as well. I was at that point of counting out Cesaro, but Nakamura has weathered that storm from Cesaro, and the knees are relentless. He went for another one. Reversal from Cesaro. Cesaro trying to mount some offense, but Nakamura takes him up on his shoulders and drives Cesaro to the mat. 1, 2. And Cesaro kicks out at 2, and somehow Cesaro gets to his feet. This is an unbelievable contest. They are going at it back and forth, and Cesaro begins to unload with European uppercut after European uppercut after European uppercut. Should I say it again? European uppercut and a drop kick. Oh my God. Boot to the midsection. Cesaro is finding it from somewhere. Gut wrench. Rolls through. Holds on. Gut wrench. Holds on. Rolls through. Gut wrench. Suplex. And now it's Cesaro who looks to put Nakamura away. He goes for the neutralizer. He's ready. He's prepared. And he hits it. It is over. Nakamura has been defeated. 1, 2. No. Oh my. What does it take to put Nakamura away? Cesaro's thinking it. I'm thinking it. These fans are thinking it. And now Nakamura is just being drilled with punches from Cesaro. But Nakamura has fought his way back. Now Cesaro fights his way forward. Boot to the midsection. Kinshasa. 1, 2, 3. What a match. Here you see it. The very European uppercut from Cesaro. But then this. Kinshasa giving Nakamura the victory.
Here's your winner, Shinsuke Nakamura.
And look at Nakamura's face. He is battered and bruised, but he is victorious and he has defeated Cesaro in a hard-fought contest here at Extreme Rules. And next up this evening, it just gets bigger and it gets better. Another huge rivalry reignites. Kevin Owens, KO, taking on his former friend, now bitter enemy, in Sami Zayn.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring. From Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami Zayn.
Last week on Monday Night Raw, Sami Zayn scored a roll-up victory over Kevin Owens, and oh, hold on! Kevin Owens attacking Sami Zayn from behind. He didn't even allow Sami Zayn to reach the ring, and the bell has rung for this no-holds-barred contest to get underway. But Owens with the immediate advantage due to this sneak attack. The untrustworthy Kevin Owens. Oh, this is out of order. And Kevin Owens looks to put Sami Zayn out of order. A power bomb to the hardest part of the ring apron. And all sorts of damage could be done from that. This is not the way this match should have gone. Owens has hijacked Sami Zayn and a pop-up power bomb. 1, 2, 3. Disgusting. We wanted to see a fair contest. But we should have known better when Kevin Owens is involved. What a farce. Sami Zayn was ready for action, but he was blindsided from KO. And if that is what the Kevin Owens show is all about, well, I don't want to subscribe to it. But what I do want to subscribe to is our main event of the evening, featuring Universal Champion Finn Balor as he takes on Braun Strowman in a steel cage. But up next, Y2J Chris Jericho goes one-on-one with the big dog Roman Reigns in an Extreme Rules match. Welcome back to Extreme Rules as you hear the music of Y2J Chris Jericho echoing throughout the arena here in Baltimore, Maryland. And Jericho will be looking tonight to put down the big dog that is Roman Reigns. It's going to take a lot more than a scarf and a list to do that.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring. From Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 226 pounds, Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho blames Roman Reigns for costing him the Universal Championship in the fatal 4-way match at Payback. And then Jericho was humiliated on his own show, the highlight reel, where Roman Reigns didn't just spear him once, he speared him twice. Jericho, you could say, is dressed for war, but then again, tight jeans and a scarf? Not sure that's gonna cut it. Jericho pacing around the ring. But if somebody is gonna be like a caged animal, it is the big dog. And on a night like tonight, the leash is off and the dog is no longer gonna bark, he's gonna bite.
And from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns wants the Universal Championship back. He wants to get back in the title frame. But since this feud started with Chris Jericho, he has been on a detour. But he will be hoping tonight that he can put this feud to bed once and for all, and then refocus his attention on the winner of Finn Balor versus Braun Strowman inside a steel cage for the Universal Championship, which is your main event tonight. But he's facing a wily veteran in Chris Jericho, and Jericho looks to break the walls down of the Roman Empire. A mixed reaction for Roman Reigns from the crowd here in Baltimore. Jericho looking as cocky as ever as the referee signals for the bell, and Jericho bails out straight away and says, "I am smarter than y'all." Well, Roman Reigns says, "Come on, get on with it. Let's get this thing started." And Jericho now finally going to get in the ring. Oh no, trash talking Roman Reigns still. And now says, "Come and get me," to Roman. Roman comes forward and Jericho bails once again. And Roman stands in the middle of his yard as Jericho irritates the fans here in Baltimore.
Come on, baby!
Oh, that's great. Arguing with the fans, Jericho Reigns! Oh! Well, Roman Reigns could not wait any longer. And Reigns has come get him some of Chris Jericho. What a dive over the top rope. And Jericho, the mind games trying to get in the head of Roman Reigns did not work. It only aggravated Roman. And now Roman sending Jericho face first off my second announce table here at Extreme Rules. Rusev destroying the first one with a pile driver to Dean Ambrose, and it was on one of the monitors as well. And in doing so, Dean Ambrose stayed down for the 10 count, and we have a new United States champion. That was in our first matchup here this evening at Extreme Rules, where we started things off with a bang, and Roman Reigns clotheslining the hell out of Chris Jericho. As Jericho dragged to the third consecutive corner. Jericho gets a kick, fights his way out, but Roman retaliates and rocks the Ayatollah of Rock and Roller into the corner. And again, you cannot escape Roman Reigns. It is his yard. And the veteran Chris Jericho may have had his day. Look at Jericho's face. It is battered and bruised. And Roman with a pin. One. Just a one count. Jericho trying to clear the cobwebs. But Roman not giving him a single chance. And the fans beginning to get on the case of Roman Reigns. Some boos. Now, I told you it was a mixed reaction here in Baltimore. Not exactly like Chris Jericho is a fan favourite, but the fans here in Baltimore clearly respect him to a degree with what he's done here in the WWE. Like I said, he is a veteran of the ring, but he is being schooled at the moment by Roman Reigns. Drive-by. And Jericho has not got started at all. Reigns takes a good look. Sees Jericho is not getting up. And oh, Roman Reigns is bringing a table into play. Much to the delight of these fans here. Jericho slow to get to his feet. He's up. Came to try and capitalise on Reigns getting back up on the apron, but he didn't succeed. Roman Reigns again gaining control. Jericho with a chop. Sends Roman off the ropes. Jericho reverse elbow. And that cut Roman Reigns down. Oh, listen to the fans. Jericho sucks. And he's going to get under the skin. And quite possibly the entire capacity crowd could be going on the list as Jericho winds it up. Bulldog. Finally, Jericho getting going, and usually if he hits that, yes, lion salt from Jericho, hooks the leg, 1, 2, and Reigns kicks out at 2. Well, it was Roman that took his time and went and got that table, but since that point, it enabled Jericho to catch his breath and get himself back in the match, and Jericho has been smart to avoid heading to the outside where that table is. And Jericho says get up to Roman Reigns, taunts Roman Reigns in the middle of the ring, now sends Roman Reigns into the corner. Jericho, very smart. Jericho taking it to the other side. Springboard drop kick. And the big dog hits the concrete. Jericho once again avoiding the other side of the ring where Roman Reigns attempted to bring a table into play. But Reigns, Superman punch! Where did that come from? Reigns just exploded there. Roman Reigns, a Samoan drop on the concrete floor. Well, Jericho was in a good position moments ago, but since we headed to the outside, it's all gone downhill. Spear! A spear through the barricade, and Jericho has felt that once before. And if this was the same stipulation that we saw in our first match this evening, Jericho may not have got up. Reigns pulled him up to his feet and sent him face first over the steel ring post. And Jericho is in deep, deep trouble and Reigns has just picked up a steel chair, and Jericho is oblivious to it. Jericho climbing to his feet, don't turn round. Oh, reversal from Chris Jericho. He escaped the chair. Reigns turns round. Oh, Reigns reverses it, takes up Jericho. Jericho fights his way out. And Jericho looking for the walls. Looking for the walls of Jericho. And he's got it in the middle of the ring. Well, this is twice now that Roman Reigns has tried to bring a weapon into play, and Jericho has found the opportunity to get back in the match. First the table, then the chair, and the walls of Jericho here with nowhere to go for Roman Reigns, and Jericho cranking the pressure, and oh, the power. Roman Reigns powers out. Well, Jericho has put many men away with the walls of Jericho, and in the position that he had it in the middle of the ring, he must have thought he was going to score another victory. But Jericho, oh wow, great move to follow up the walls of Jericho, the knee into the back after the double underhook. And Jericho now. Jericho goes for the chair, and Roman rolled out the way. Roman got grazed with that steel chair, managed to escape the full throttle of it, coming down across his back, and Reigns with a Samoan drop. Jericho came close to cracking Roman with that chair, but Roman now has the chair, and he does crack it down across the back and then across the chest, and Jericho's chest is bright red from that steel chair shot. Reigns, oh, he went to drive the chair into the gut of Jericho. Yes, the gut of Jericho, as Jericho chops down Roman Reigns, and now from the gut of Jericho to the chair of Jericho. And the chair of Jericho receiving a great ovation from the fans here in Baltimore as Chris Jericho looks to make Roman Reigns drink it in, man. And Reigns looking to avoid drinking in that chair as he retaliates. But Jericho fights his way out, and oh, Reigns does drink in that chair, and a pinfall. 1, 2, and Reigns gets his shoulder up at 2, and Chris Jericho gives the referee a few choice words. Jericho looked like he was trying to think out his next move, and I think he's got it. Fans looking on. Jericho brings a kendo stick into play, and oh, he cracks it across the back of Roman Reigns. And Reigns pulling himself up from the ropes, and Jericho drives the stick of Jericho. I really don't think it would sound good for me to say the stick of Jericho. Drink it in, man. No. Nobody wants to drink in the stick of Jericho, but Jericho is ramming the stick of Jericho right into Roman Reigns' throat. Good God, I never thought I would say that. As Chris Jericho picks up Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns fights out of it. He has been hit hard with the stick of Jericho. Too many puns. Jericho double underhook goes again back to the back of Roman Reigns. And the damage has been done. The walls of Jericho, the chair shots, the kendo stick shots. Reigns' back must be in pieces Oh, Jericho went for a straight shot, but Reigns reversed it. And Reigns delivered it and dumps the kendo stick out the ring. Reigns now looking for sheer power. 1, 2. Jericho gets the shoulder up. What a fight this is. This Extreme Rules contest. We've had kendo sticks. We've had chairs. And what is Reigns looking for? Whoa, Jericho reversed it. Chris Jericho escaped. I think Roman Reigns was going to try and dump Chris Jericho over the top rope through the table. Jericho tries to put Reigns through the table. Reigns gets back in. Jericho now in a dangerous position. Oh no! Jericho looks like he's going through the table. Oh, Jericho escapes. Reigns teetering on the edge. Jericho sends Roman Reigns through the table. What a tussle. And it was the Roman Empire that came crashing down through the table. Jericho could have it. 1, 2. Oh, and Reigns. How does he do it? Jericho's face tells the entire story. Jericho is in pain, but he now may be questioning what else it's gonna take to put away the big dog, because the big dog is hurt, but it is still his yard. And Roman Reigns will protect his yard at all costs as Jericho tries to wear down Roman Reigns. Reigns is hurt. He's been hit with a chair. He's been hit with a kendo stick. He's been through a table. If ever there was a time for Reigns to hit the Superman punch, it would be now. He needs something, a chop that hurt Chris Jericho, and Reigns goes for the Samoan drop, which has served him well in this match this evening. And now Jericho is being absolutely pummeled by Roman Reigns. European uppercut. Where is Reigns finding this? Jericho fights back, and Jericho goes straight back for the walls. This is smart from the wily veteran Chris Jericho. This is vintage Jericho. Jericho went for the mind games. It didn't work. Jericho. Oh God. I don't know how Jericho. Code breaker. Code breaker. 1, 2. Oh God, no. I was going to say I don't know how Jericho can keep focused after he has put Roman Reigns through so much punishment, and Roman Reigns keeps on powering out. Then Jericho hits the code breaker, and still Roman Reigns kicks out. And I guess desperate times call for desperate measures, because Chris Jericho now has had to go for a table. Reigns brought the first one into play. It backfired on Roman Reigns. He went through it. Jericho now brings the second table into play, and he looks to put Roman Reigns through it once again. Elbow to the back of the neck. Reigns is hurt. Reigns is rocked. But the most important thing is Reigns is still in it as Jericho drops the leg down across the throat, sends Roman Reigns off the ropes and takes him down to the mat. Jericho has the advantage now, no question of it. The table was a defining factor. Reigns off the ropes, spear, oh my God, through the table. Jericho brought it into play. Reigns used it. 1, 2, 3, and Roman Reigns defeats Chris Jericho. Well, the first table wasn't successful. The second one was.
Here's your winner,
Roman Reigns with a spear sends Chris Jericho crashing through a table for the victory, and the big dog reclaims his yard and now can focus on the winner of the Universal Championship match. And speaking of that match, there is the challenger, the monster among men, Braun Strowman. But up next, we turn our attention to Women's Championship action as Charlotte takes on the Raw Women's Champion in Bayley.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from the Queen City, Charlotte.
It was 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw that the Queen was dethroned by Bayley. Bayley becoming the new Women's Champion. But it was the aftermath of that match which shocked everybody. The breakdown in the friendship between Charlotte Flair and Dana Brooke. The former Women's Champion puts the blame with Dana Brooke for losing her Women's Championship. And as you can see, here at Extreme Rules, there has been no reconciliation between the two. It really doesn't get any more extreme than a Bayley buddy, does it? As the Raw Women's Champion makes her way to the ring, the crowd here in Baltimore firmly behind Bayley as she looks to defend her Women's Championship. But it's sure that Charlotte will bring her A-game here tonight at Extreme Rules. And will Bayley be able to stand up to the challenge? That's what it's all about. The Women's Championship. As you see, the Bayley side plates, will they be short-lived? As the referee signals for the bell to get this Women's Championship match underway, and it is Charlotte immediately on the attack. And Charlotte ties up with Bayley. Takes Bayley into the corner, and a chop, and a second chop, and a third. Shades of her father, Ric Flair. One, no, not even a one count. The Nature Boy will be proud of that. He'll be proud of Charlotte, regardless. What an athlete Charlotte is, as again she chops Bayley down to the mat. A very aggressive start from the former Women's Champion. And I did say that Charlotte would bring her A-game, and she has started exactly how I expected. Another pin. 1, Just the 1 count. She gets the 1 count. But Charlotte looking to put this one away as soon as possible. But Bayley with a knee catching the former women's champion. The first amount of offense from Bayley. An elbow to the back of the neck. Sending Charlotte. Whoa! Sent her away. Then pulled her straight back. And the elbow right on the jaw of Charlotte Flair. And then snaps the neck. Bayley. Oh, a kick to the knee. And that'll do damage. Charlotte and her figure of 8. We all know how effective that is. And again, Charlotte with the pin. And another 1 count. Charlotte very eager to wrap this one up. As she stomps to the back of Bayley. Stunning the women's champion. And sends Bayley into the corner. And scoops her up into a tree of woe. This is not the position that Bayley wants to be in. And then choking Bayley and Charlotte. Letting the fans know here in Baltimore that she still sees herself as the queen of the women's division. Charlotte, oh, snake eyes across the top turnbuckle. Another pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Charlotte is getting closer. But the constant pins and the constant kickouts from Bayley beginning to frustrate the former women's champion, as Bayley with a knee to the gut. And Bayley sends Charlotte off the ropes. Oh, a Hurricane Rana and a pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Bayley nearly caught Charlotte out with that Hurricane Rana and the pinfall. And the crowd getting behind Bayley. They want some Bayley, and they are getting it. As Bayley heads up to the top rope. Charlotte got to 1 knee to stop. Oh, she tried to stop the aerial offense, but it didn't work. 1, 2. Oh, and Charlotte kicks out at 2. Elbow from Bayley. Bayley keeping on Charlotte. She has to do that. We know that Charlotte is a superior athlete in the women's division. There's no question of that. But sometimes Charlotte's attitude gets the better of her. Much like it did when she was so confident in beating Bayley 2 weeks ago with what I like to see as her insurance policy, that was Dana Brooke. As Bayley stomps to the chest area of Charlotte, picking up Charlotte, and again the crowd getting behind Bayley here in Baltimore and getting on Charlotte's nerves, and Charlotte launches Bayley across the ring by her hair. And the former women's champion really like that, a smile across the face. Oh, and tries to boot into the face, and now putting the stomps to Bayley for good measure. They went for the chop, went to the well 1 too many times, and Bayley was smart. Bayley was wise to it, and Bayley with a chin lock, trying to wear down Charlotte. Difficult task is that. But Charlotte up to 1 knee. Now back up to an aerial base. And drives the shoulder to the midsection. There's the chop. Went for it again. Coming a little bit too predictable from Charlotte Flair. And Bayley is wise to it. She knows Charlotte very well. She knows the offense that's coming her way. But much the same, so does Charlotte. And Bayley looking again for a high-risk maneuver. Oh, a European uppercut from the second rope. And now Bayley beginning to feed off the fans here in Baltimore, but she ran into a huge boot from Charlotte Flair, and it may have knocked her out. Bayley's out on her feet. A spear from Charlotte. Well, I thought Charlotte would go for the pin, but instead Charlotte is going for the figure four? Oh, figure of 8. And you know why she calls it that? Because it's twice as good as her daddy's, and the women's champion is in deep, deep trouble. Can Bayley? Whoa, wait a second. There's Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke, and Charlotte has released the figure of 8. She wants some of Dana Brooke. Oh no! 1, 2, 3. Bayley has beaten Charlotte. Can you believe it? Dana Brooke costing Charlotte once again.
Here is your winner and still Raw Women's Champion, Bayley.
It was said that Dana Brooke cost Charlotte the Women's Championship 2 weeks ago. That was questionable, but tonight, no questions about it. Dana Brooke just cost Charlotte the rematch. Next up this evening, it is your main event of the evening, as the monster among men and the seemingly unstoppable Braun Strowman takes on the Universal Champion Finn Balor inside a steel cage. I do not envy the task of Finn Balor here tonight at Extreme Rules. He faces this monster of a man who is quite frankly unstoppable. Braun Strowman is on the warpath, and you get that feeling that capturing the Universal Championship is only the beginning for the monster among men. Look at the size of Braun Strowman as the lights turn to red here in Baltimore, and you see the steel cage looming over the squared circle. Braun Strowman has already broken one demon, the Demon Kane. Will he break this demon, the Demon King? As we see Finn Balor rise from the shadows. The Universal Champion has never faced a man like this. His championship reign is in serious jeopardy. But when the going gets tough, like it does here tonight at Extreme Rules, Finn Balor calls and summons the Demon King. Will the Demon King be enough to stop the monster? It sounds like a horror movie, but it's not. It's your main event here at Extreme Rules. And although I say that Braun Strowman is on the warpath and Finn Balor has never encountered someone like Braun Strowman in his Universal Championship reign, Braun Strowman has never encountered anybody quite like the Demon King. Strowman pacing around the ring as the Demon stalks inside the ring. Quite an atmosphere, quite a build to this Universal Championship match, and it's all going to unfold inside the steel cage. There is the most prestigious prize in WWE.
Introducing the challenger, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman. Introducing the champion from Bray County, Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds, he is the WWE Universal Champion, Finn Balor.
The size difference between these two is unreal. And is Finn Balor handing over the Universal Championship one last time? Strowman looks ready, and the cage begins to descend. And here we go. Finn Balor feeding off of the Demon, but that does not stop Braun Strowman immediately on the attack, and Balor is going to have to use his speed and his agility to take down the monster. And you notice Balor going to work at the knee of Braun Strowman. That is smart, but for how long? Because Strowman uses his power to chop down the Demon King as, oh goodness, a chop right between the eyes by Braun Strowman. And Strowman manhandling Finn Balor, a kick to the face. And again, Finn Balor goes back to the knee. And again, look at this. Clearly a game plan from the Demon, and a smart one, and Strowman says no. Oh God. Did you see how high Braun Strowman got Finn Balor? Picked him up like he was nothing. And Strowman on the attack, driving those shoulders into the gut, and now choking the Demon King with that huge boot, that monstrous boot, and a big stomp for good measure. Balor clearly has a game plan to try and take down Braun Strowman. But how do you compete with a man? Is he even a man? Strowman says get up. He's enjoying this. And in this confinement that is a steel cage, it feels like this is Braun Strowman's domain. Strowman, reversal from Finn Balor. Balor straight away back on the knee. And although Strowman not showing it yet, those kicks, those repeated kicks, will take their toll. But Strowman drives the shoulder to the midsection anytime Finn Balor tries to go for that knee. Braun Strowman cuts him down to size. As Strowman drags Finn Balor to the ropes, Balor got out the way, and Strowman face first into the steel. And Finn Balor using the cage to his advantage, and there goes the Demon. He tries to get up and out, and Braun Strowman drags him back down. The Demon being dragged back down to hell. Oh God. You saw Balor send Strowman face first into the steel structure. But then when Braun Strowman does it, good God. And he's laughing. He is laughing. He is enjoying extracting this pain on the Universal Champion. And now Braun Strowman begins to climb the steel cage to make his escape and claim the Universal Championship. But Finn Balor is up, and Balor pulls Strowman back down, taking Braun Strowman off of his balance and immediately goes for the knee. Strowman making a mistake. He went too soon, and that allowed Finn Balor to get the monster down on the mat and work on this knee. And the crowd getting behind Finn with Finn chants, and Strowman knows the plan now. He's got to avoid getting in that position again, because the Demon will make him pay. But Strowman is just so physically strong. Don't forget, you can use the hashtag SteelCage to tweet about this matchup, as Finn Balor with a knee makes Braun Strowman stand up and cut again the Universal Champion down. From a normal man, it's painful enough. From a monster, imagine the excruciating pain that Finn Balor must be in from each move that is performed by Braun Strowman. And Strowman again attempts to go up, and this could be Braun Strowman's downfall. He is not going to be the quickest in climbing the cage, and Balor again uses that speed that he's got to bring Strowman back down, and in doing so, the knee is open again to attack. Look at the work that is being done. Tactical wrestling from Finn Balor. He has picked a weak spot of Braun Strowman, those tree trunk of legs that Braun Strowman has, and he's going to work. But Strowman, just like that, forces the Demon King away. But Balor with a drop kick to the knee, and Strowman is hurting. He's holding his knee. We've never seen Braun Strowman in this much pain, and it's being inflicted by the Demon King. The knee is being picked apart, and Strowman writhes in pain on the mat. Crowd behind Finn Balor here. Quite unbelievable scenes we are witnessing. I never believed that we would see Braun Strowman in this type of position inside the steel cage. And don't forget, the more work that is done to the knee of Braun Strowman, the less likely it is that Braun Strowman will be able to climb the cage to escape. And that is a prime objective. Strowman may have to go for the door, but how can you go for a door when you can't even walk? A chop block from Finn Balor, and now Strowman, one leg and all. Oh, Balor saw that he was getting up. Smart from the Demon. God almighty. He saw Braun Strowman getting up. And another chop block. And Finn Balor says, oh, I'm going to keep doing this until you stay down. And you can see the aggravation, the frustration from Braun Strowman that he is now a one-legged monster in an ass-kicking contest. And Finn Balor, the Demon King, climbs the cage, and Strowman is slow to get to his feet. His knee must be shattered, and Strowman runs but has to stop, but he's managing to get there. He's caught Finn Balor from the top of the cage. And these two crash and burn, and Strowman, one leg and all, launches Finn Balor across the ring. Strowman is not moving well, but his sheer physical presence, his power, is still there as he launches Balor again, and this is an angry monster right now. He does not like what has been done to his knee, and look how slow Strowman is. As a big man, Braun Strowman is known for his quickness, but that can't be said inside the steel cage as Braun Strowman roars at the fans here in Baltimore. Is that in frustration? Is that in anger at how his knee has been shot to bits by the Demon King? Has that raised concern for the monster among men as Strowman lifts Finn Balor high above his head? What a slam. How he managed to get him up with his knee in the condition that it is, I don't know. But this is no ordinary man. This is a monster that we are talking about. As Strowman, oh God, that could cave your chest in. Strowman has been through the war, and he has survived it, and now it is just pain after pain for the Demon King, and Strowman drops the elbow again across the chest, taking all the life out of the Demon King. As Strowman, oh, he lines this up. He's slow to get there, and that speed again an issue. And Finn Balor rocks Braun Strowman, but Strowman doesn't leave his feet. Balor looking at Strowman. Oh, he can't take him down. Goes to a boot to the midsection. Strowman forces the Demon King away. Balor needs to go for the knee. He needs to go back, but I think he's so disorientated from the punishment that he has received at the hands of Braun Strowman. Choke slam. He doesn't know where he is or what he is doing. He is running off of empty. Braun Strowman. Oh, Balor used his quickness to get out the way. and Balor sends Strowman face first, and the crowd here in Baltimore trying to get behind the Demon King. They can see that Strowman is in control, and Balor this time does go for the knee, and he twists the knee, and Strowman writhes in pain. The minute Finn Balor went for the knee, Strowman reacted. Boot to the midsection from the Demon King. The Demon King came here with a plan, and he has been executing it, but he has not stopped the monster yet. Oh, face first, but Strowman stays standing. How many times is Balor? Oh God, look at this. I don't know if there's much more that Finn Balor can give, because Strowman just powers his way through everything, one leg and all, and Strowman still stands. It's beginning to feel like it's only a matter of time before I say we have a new Universal Champion. And Strowman stares down at the Demon. And I feel that Strowman knows he can end this when he likes. But Finn Balor says otherwise. Sling Blade! The Sling Blade out the corner, and Balor goes for that knee. Balor is going to have to break that knee if he is going to get any chance of getting out this cage without Braun Strowman dragging him back into hell. And Strowman with just a straight punch, and Balor off his feet. Strowman drives that huge shoulder into the gut, not once, but twice, and scoops up Finn Balor like he weighs nothing. Snake eyes. Went for the huge punch. Reversal from the Demon King, and again he chops him down. And Strowman holds the knee. You cannot question Finn Balor's fight. He is giving it his all. And Balor, where is he getting this from? Shotgun dropkick. Go for it. Finn Balor, heads up. Can he get it? Coup de grace. Finn Balor. And now, has Strowman got anything left in that knee of his to stop Finn Balor escaping the cage? Strowman, he's coming. He's coming for Finn Balor. Look how high they are. No! That may have been it. That may have been Finn Balor's last opportunity to escape with the Universal Championship. Oh. Finn Balor with the coup de grace after working the knee for the entire match, and Strowman caught him and brought him back down, but Balor with the Pele kick. Somehow Finn Balor escaping the clutches of Braun Strowman, and again he drives his foot into the knee, and Strowman can barely stand. Strowman has to shove Finn Balor away, and he slowly knocks Finn Balor back down. Can you imagine what it's like being the Demon in this match. You gotta be thinking all the time. You gotta be focused all the time that you've gotta work on the knee of Braun Strowman, and you must not let anything deter you from that mission. But it's easier said than done. As Finn Balor again stomping the knee, and Strowman knee is giving way. He cannot stand on this, and Balor takes up Strowman, and Strowman's knee, I feel like it is shot to bits. A huge suplex. Could this be it? Strowman cannot move. He's incapacitated, and Finn Balor has beaten Braun Strowman. Finn Balor, the work to the knee, finally got the job done. He could see that Strowman could barely stand, and the huge suplex allowed Finn Balor to escape through the steel cage door. Strowman could not catch him anymore.
Here's your winner and still WWE Universal Champion, Finn Balor.
Finn Balor has chopped down the monster to retain the Universal Championship.